Hey there, it's me. You a fan of unsolved mysteries? Or perhaps a die-hard skeptic? Either way, today we are going to talk about an intriguing topic that's often been at the center of debates throughout history. We will explore the incredible acts attributed to Jesus Christ, from healing the sick to rising from the dead. So buckle up, because today we're diving into the question, were the miracles of Jesus scientifically possible? First, let's travel back in time to the 1st century in the region of Judea. This is where the stage is set for the life and ministry of Jesus, as described in the New Testament. The socio-political climate of the time was quite unique. Imagine this. You are living under the rule of the mighty Roman Empire, which had conquered many lands, including Judea. But amidst this political landscape, there was a deep-rooted Jewish tradition that had its own set of beliefs and customs. And guess what? In this time and place, people believed in miracles. It wasn't just Jesus who was performing them. Others were too. The idea of divine intervention was pretty common. So when Jesus started preaching and performing his own miracles, he wasn't exactly breaking new ground. However, the scale and nature of the miracles attributed to him were quite extraordinary. Now let's shift our focus to the miracles themselves. The Gospels tell us that Jesus performed all sorts of amazing things. He healed people from various illnesses and even raised the dead to life. Now, if we approach these stories literally, they certainly sound miraculous. But wait a second. How do we know these accounts are accurate? Well, one interesting aspect is the idea of eyewitness testimonies. The Gospels were written by individuals who claim to have witnessed Jesus' teachings and miracles. However, it's essential to recognize that these accounts were not written at the time of Jesus' ministry, but rather decades later. Moreover, these texts were not considered factual records, but rather theological narratives aimed at conveying religious teachings and beliefs. As a result, there is no direct empirical evidence or documentation that can be used to verify these claims independently. Unfortunately, those who were present during Jesus' lifetime did not leave behind any detailed written records specifically focused on his life and teachings. Furthermore, there are some internal discrepancies in the four canonical Gospels regarding the order of events and certain details surrounding Jesus' miracles. These variations highlight the challenges of reconstructing a comprehensive and entirely accurate account of Jesus' life and ministry. The different perspectives and individual biases of the Gospel writers may have influenced how these events were recorded and transmitted. Nevertheless, despite these challenges, scholars continued to analyze and interpret these texts, seeking deeper insights into the historical context, cultural influences, and theological messages embedded within them. By exploring various perspectives and considering the historical circumstances surrounding their composition, researchers aim to gain a more nuanced understanding of the rich tapestry of early Christian beliefs and traditions as reflected in the Gospels. However, it's crucial to keep in mind that not everyone accepts the supernatural explanation for these events. Some argue that, with a little bit of critical thinking and scientific thinking, we can explain these miracles in a more rational manner. They believe that through careful examination and analysis, we can find reasonable explanations for what appears to be miraculous at first glance. By applying logic and evidence-based reasoning, skeptics attempt to demystify these occurrences, suggesting that they might have natural or psychological underpinnings. For instance, some propose that certain miracles could be attributed to psychosomatic effects, where the power of suggestion and belief in the healing power of Jesus led to physical transformations. Others suggest that events like the resurrection might have been misinterpreted accounts of near-death experiences or even hallucinations. While these alternative explanations may not sit well with traditional religious beliefs, they invite us to think critically and explore the complexities of faith, reason, and human perception. Ultimately, each individual must grapple with these ideas and form their own opinions based on the available evidence and their own beliefs. In fact, science has already explained many things that were once considered miraculous, such as illnesses that were previously unexplained. Today, we have a scientific basis for understanding and treating them. Blindness and other disabilities that were once thought to be acts of God are now recognized as conditions that can be addressed through medical interventions. One fascinating example is the case of demonic possession, which was commonly believed to be caused by supernatural forces. However, advancements in psychology and neuroscience have shed light on the potential causes of such possessions. It is now understood that individuals who exhibit behaviors associated with demonic possession might be suffering from severe mental disorders or experiencing the effects of extreme psychological trauma. By applying scientific methods, researchers have been able to study and understand these conditions, providing more rational and empathetic explanations for what was previously attributed to supernatural influences. This shift in understanding allows for a more compassionate and informed approach to individuals who experience these challenges. Okay, so you've heard both sides of the story. Let us take a moment to digest this information and explore the different ways people perceive the miracles of Jesus. Imagine that you are a witness to an event that seems beyond explanation. Perhaps you see someone being healed or even brought back to life. In that moment, it might feel like you are experiencing something truly miraculous. You may feel awe, wonder, and a sense of the extraordinary. However, it's important to acknowledge that your personal beliefs and expectations can significantly influence how you interpret what you witness. For instance, if you hold strong religious beliefs, you might naturally perceive the event through the lens of your faith, seeing it as a direct intervention by a higher power. On the other hand, if you approach things more scientifically, you might question the validity of the event and seek a natural explanation. This is where critical thinking comes into play. It's essential to examine the available evidence, consider alternative explanations, and be open to different perspectives. What might seem miraculous to one person could be seen as scientifically unexplainable to another, and that's okay. It's perfectly fine to embrace your own perspective and beliefs. That said, it's also important to respect the perspectives of others. Even if you don't share their beliefs, it's crucial to engage in thoughtful discussions and be open to considering different points of view. By embracing critical thinking and respectful dialogue, we can navigate these complex topics in a constructive manner. It's through these conversations that we can learn from one another and gain a deeper understanding of the world around us. Here's the deal. We can't definitively say whether Jesus performed miracles in the sense of supernatural acts that defied the laws of nature. The truth is that we simply don't have enough verifiable evidence to make that call. While there are accounts in the Bible and other sources, they are not considered historically reliable by most scholars. So it's up to each individual to decide what they believe. But here's the cool thing. Whether or not you believe in the supernatural, the stories about Jesus' miracles have had a huge impact on history and culture. They've inspired people to do amazing things and have been a source of comfort and hope for many. Plus, the whole idea of miracles isn't just confined to religion. Even in our everyday lives, we sometimes witness things that seem beyond explanation. Unexplainable coincidences, acts of kindness that touch our hearts, or moments of personal growth that leave us in awe. Life is full of mysteries and miracles, whether we choose to call them that or not. So here's my take on things. Instead of getting caught up in the debate of whether or not Jesus performed supernatural miracles, I think it's more helpful to focus on the values and teachings that his story represents: compassion, empathy, kindness, and love. These are universal values that can guide us in our everyday lives regardless of our beliefs. So whether you believe in miracles or not, let Jesus' story inspire you to be a force for good in the world. Spread love, be compassionate, and treat others with kindness. That's what truly matters. And hey, if you believe in miracles, keep an open mind and heart. Who knows what wonders may await you? It's true. The mysteries of faith and science continue to captivate and intrigue us. While we may not have all the answers, the journey of seeking understanding and exploring different perspectives is what truly enriches our lives. As we delve into the depths of human experience, belief, and the search for meaning, we uncover the profound questions that have echoed throughout history. What is the nature of reality? How do we perceive the world around us? And what is the place of faith in our lives? By embracing curiosity and intellectual honesty, we open ourselves up to the possibility of new insights and a deeper appreciation for the complexities of existence. Ultimately, it is up to each individual to navigate these profound questions and form their own beliefs. There is no right or wrong path. Rather, it is through the exploration of diverse ideas and respectful engagement with different perspectives that we can enrich our understanding of ourselves and the universe we inhabit. So keep asking questions, keep seeking knowledge, and above all, keep an open mind and heart. The answers may lie hidden, but the journey itself can lead us to a deeper appreciation for the mysteries that surround us. Well, folks, we've come to the end of our thought-provoking journey. What do you think? Was it scientifically possible for Jesus to perform miracles? Jump in the comments and share your thoughts. And while you're at it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support means everything to us. Thanks for joining me on this eye-opening ride. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep seeking the truth. Till next time, stay curious.